Goosebumps, The Vanishing 2025. It's time for me to vanish. Wait, cue the intro as well. Hey guys, Hayden here and welcome back to my YouTube channel for Hayden's Place. And today, as you saw from the intro and probably from the title, I will be doing a show review that came on Disney not too long ago, which is called The Goosebumps, The Vanishing 2025 on Disney. It's an anthology and a horror in that genre there. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Remember to hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and be sure that comes all of the show for yourself if you have watched or currently in the middle of watching. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm just going to do an overall review, and I'm obviously not a harsh critic, you know, just being really honest and just casually. I'm not a big critic, that's for sure. I'm just obviously love watching shows and movies and just giving them my honest opinion, my Aussie opinion there, that's for sure. So so let's dive into this show for Goosebumps. Now, obviously, they had a first season come out in 2023, so obviously this was more like a second season. Now, obviously, first season, I just said, came out in 2023, so 2025, obviously, it's been 2 years, obviously, so it'll be interesting to see how, obviously, how they did it, and I'll be going through that. So it was featuring basically the main person they got to that was in this was David Schwimmer. Now, obviously, we all know him. He's from Friends. That's basically where, you know, his career launched off, and and Friends went for quite a number of years, and obviously he made a buckload of money from there, and that's basically a household name if you've watched Friends, that's for sure. So there was 8 episodes. They went roughly between 35 to 45 minutes. Some of them were a bit longer than others, some weren't, so yeah. Will there be another season? I'll be going through that probably at the end of it. I'll be going through the music, I'll be going through my rating and all of that. So I'm just going through episode based and probably pick up a couple of stuff I've seen along the way. So episode 1 was called Stay at the Basement Part 1. Now, obviously, you saw the backstory of what happened, you know, what happened in the past. So it was in 1994, 30 years ago. A group of teens go to a fort on the side of Brooklyn. Now Manny gets affected by the monster dust and dies there, obviously.
All right, there's over. We're leaving.
Wait, what does that sound?
It's getting louder.
Maddie, your face.
Manny is, as you know, Dave Schwimmer's brother, Anthony, should I say. So Cece and her twin brother Devin go to Brooklyn to see their dad Anthony. Obviously, Anthony, as I just say, is Devin. He definitely looks older than he probably should, to be honest, that's for sure there. Devin gets pulled into the sewers, which he really doesn't really remember how he got there. Gets affected by the same dust. Devin comes to his senses and absolutely just forgets, as I did say, of how he reached there in the first place. So he's very confused of how he reached there in the first place there. But that was basically the main part from episode 1. In episode 2, it was still called Stay at the Basement, but it was part 2 this time around. Anthony realized that he's a parasite, which was a monster in his arm. Trey breaks into the basement, who opens the freezer and then gets eaten by the monster, and let's say he gets, basically, it was either doing that, let's say Trey was either doing that. Frankie smashes Trey's skull with his broken arm. Obviously, this was when Trey was, obviously, you know, in the monster, it was in that black gooey form, blood, whatever you want to call it, and obviously, basically, she just killed him because she was trying to get away and everything like that, so she ended up smashing him with his broken car.
Are you okay?
And then episode 3, the takeaways for 4 from that was called The Haunted Hat Car, which was such an obvious bloody title, because they just made some of these just so dumb, honestly. They were just very obvious ones. So a year ago, Alex and the teens were testing out fireworks. So Alex is obviously another character we did see a bit of when they first when Devon and TC saw the likes of Frankie and all again. We saw it for a bit. So anyway, this was going into Alex's parts of how she ended up in juvie and everything. They were testing out fireworks, but accidentally obviously put the building on fire and left her there, and which sent Alex to juvie. Car starts to activate itself, resulting in Cece getting out of it. She just thought Alex was doing that to irritate her, I suppose. And
you lost your mind. You're gonna run him over. I'm not trying to. It's my foot. It's stuck. I don't.
I know, but she wasn't. Anthony goes to the fort and finds Trey. So obviously at the end of the episode, he finds Trey. He rings Jennifer and just tells her he's found Trey. Obviously Trey doesn't remember anything whatsoever there. So yeah. In episode 4, it's called Monster Blood. Cece gets given her kombucha cup back, which has the haunted particles in it. So obviously, and then she started drinking that when she was going to her interview and everything like that. So it was going to come into effect sooner or later. At the interview, Cece gets a nosebleed, vomits up more black liquid. The blob is chasing Cece. Also,
It's here.
Cece went to her mom's place. She didn't even know how she got back there, and then she obviously rang Devon, her twin brother. Devon, Frankie, Cece return to the fort where they see Anthony, obviously Cece and Devon's dad. Anthony leaving in a hazmat suit. Episode, and then move to the next episode. The boy who cried monster. Alex tells her cop mum about how the car activated itself. Now obviously, this is where I find it interesting. Alex's mum actually believed in her. Obviously, it's a very hard story to take, but it's good to see that they believe in her. That's for sure. Now, CJ delivers food to Anthony. His eyes pop out.
Huh? I don't think so.
He has been affected. He has been affected, and he ends up taking CJ to the base, obviously to join. Obviously, he's been taken over his body. Devon meets Hannah. Obviously, which when I first saw her, I was like, man, she looked like the girl from like 1994. The first episode when you saw that bit of footage from the first episode. And I was like, because when I watched that first, I was like, damn, she looks, someone who else I remember from the before that for sure. But obviously we did find out. Devon meets Hannah, as I did say. Jen gives Anthony a tape. CJ escapes, then Anthony gets hit by Trey. Obviously, they're all there, and I think potentially Anthony did create all this, as he's a botanist as well. Then following the next episode, the teens all watch. This is more about the videotape than anything. Hannah was taking Devon to a camp night. Man, she kept saying weird things like friends will be here soon, blah blah blah, and all these things. But I suppose that can happen Trey remembers being one of the pods which he obviously got out of. Trey saved Dev from jumping off the edge. Cece and Alex kiss on the street. Now I was watching this with my partner, obviously, and she predicted they were going to kiss. I didn't see it happening, but I suppose as the show progressed, you probably saw more and more happening, to be honest with you there. So yeah, I think they had alright chemistry. Their chemistry wasn't off the chart, but I think they were meant for each other. I I think their personality and everything collide and work well together. I feel like then it was also good to see. I suppose I know it's Goosebumps, but it was still good to see that sort of relationship, even though it's not boy girl, it's girl, or boy boy, or whatever it may be. But it's still good to see the. Then what happened in the second last episode? They find out about Dr. Raymond Palmino. Teens find Raymond's lab. They do some digging on her, so they find some documents. Obviously, start reading some documents on her, and obviously find out, you know, what she's been doing, who she is, and all of that jazz. We see the experiment that happened in 1969. Obviously, they get, you know, 5 people given up, you know, her dad, herself, and then there was also 3 others there. Now, her dad sacrifices his life to hopefully help Ramona for the future.
My photo's number 5.
What? Well, don't!
I'm so sorry to leave you with this burden, but it's up to you now, and only you.
Dad, no!
That's true, and obviously for human beings and all that there. And episode 8 is the last one, which was called Invasion of the Body Squeezes. I have a lot of information here. Goes into the room with the monster to save Anthony. Now, obviously they got injections from Ramona to save obviously CC and Devin's father, Anthony. Roman closes the hatch, and obviously I think that there was a whole plan on for them not to escape there. Anthony saves the kids in pods from 1994. This is including his brother Matty, who obviously Anthony is now older than Matty. Now they want to go outside for a bit, even though they were told not to. Obviously, CC is pretty persistent on this, and Devin really thinks probably they should, and obviously he wants to go Paramount too. Mona's dad turns into an alien along with the 1994 teens. Aliens got to them as they were potted. So Anthony and Jen need to release the ship to get the kids back. Devin decides, Anthony and Jen are able to do that obviously with the power sources that's available there and everything like that, and you see the whole ship come up and all like that, and all the whiteness, and there's a lot of whiteness there, so I don't want to shoot, but obviously May says, "Oh, I can't be here anymore." Stink, Anthony, whatever. Stink was his nickname, but and he ended up all going there. 1994 kids of people who did Australia in 1969, who didn't make it, and all like that. And then at the end of the show, should I say, Devin decides to stay with his dad. He just says he didn't really like, where his mother was and everything like that. And obviously, he had his relationship with Frankie blossom, so he wanted to stay with her. And then at the ending season, we saw Trey cough out some of the monsters. So, yeah, that. Possibly means another season of the Vanishing. I don't know. The Goosebumps could do something completely different. It might not be even related to the Vanishing. It might be do some other book they've created now. I've always loved the Goosebumps books, so that's why I reviewed this one, because I love Goosebumps, that's for sure. Will there be another season? I think with Goosebumps, yes, because they've got so many books written and they can turn into shows. They can definitely easily make another season. Obviously, you got to get another big name you're spending. Like, I feel like that in this show, David Swimmer, who obviously was from Friends, he just looks like he was a goddamn like 60 or something in this. Also, there was a couple of episodes when the eye popped out, and then obviously he looked dressed up in nice. It looks like, yeah, he was young, but Other than that, he looked pretty. Oh, he looked like he was 62 honestly. Now I know he's like 50 odd, but you know, he was. Let's say he was 13 when the whole accident happened. 1994. 30 years later, that's supposed to be more. You know, 43. So 43 odd, something like that. So obviously, you know, more close to 50. But he just looked real old, especially over those size. That's for sure. There. As I said, I like the music. There's a lot of suspenseful music there that bring out that suspenseful music. Obviously, that build up the climax of it, and I really like that because honestly, there wasn't too much jump scares, but obviously, there was any jump scares, you'll be anticipating that, so you know it. You know something's coming when you hear that music. There was some loosely parts compared to the book, but I think they had put their own little twist on it because it's a show, it's not book. You know, you do something different compared to books, that's for sure. My rating out of 10, I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, there could have been a couple of parts that was not needed, changed, modified, whatever. But I think majority of it was actually alright because I love Goosebumps. I always loved Goosebumps. Whether it's the book, shows, movies, whatever. I've always loved Goosebumps, and this one honestly didn't just disappoint. We got through. Me and my partner who watched this got through this pretty quickly because we were enjoying it thoroughly. That's for sure. But anyway, I give it an 8 out of 10. I love Goosebumps, always will. I'm not being biased, but I give it a good 8 out of 10. And the funny thing is, I just realised there's 8 episodes and I give it 8 out of 10. Funny how things happen, eh? But anyway, be sure to let down your rating if you've watched this or in the middle of it, or just give me your thoughts on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe, smash that like button. Be sure to add any comments or your thoughts on the show. If you watched it or going through it. If you guys enjoyed this video, till next time. Hayden's Place out.